Today, I want to show you a few tricks to using Zoom as a student. So here I'm about to log in as a student to my teacher's Zoom meeting that we're hosting. So I've entered the link that she sent to me. I clicked on it, and now I'm in the waiting room, and I'm going to be given permission to join that meeting. So whenever the teacher is ready, he or she will admit me into the meeting. So now the teacher has clicked admit. So now I'm able to come into the meeting. You'll notice that right now my video is not being shown yet, and I'm automatically muted, and that's based on my teacher's settings. And I can see that down here with my unmute button or my start video button. So if I click on start video, you will get to see me up at the very, very top. Now, my teacher, who's also me, she also doesn't have her video on right now, so that's why we can't see what she's doing. I can actually turn that one on. You'll see both of us. You can see me over there. Okay. But to make it slightly less confusing, I'm going to turn that video camera off. So the actual student version of me is up at the top here because of the way that I have this on. And I am, again, I am muted, excuse me. So if the teacher asks me to go ahead and speak, what I need to do is go down at this bottom here and click on that microphone. So now you can see that the microphone is picking up my sound. So if the teacher asks me to mute again, I'm going to go down to the bottom here and mute myself. Now, right now we're in a minimized view. So if I wanted to see everybody a little bit bigger, I can go over here in the top corner. So I'm not going to click the X because that's going to close me out of it. But if I click that square next to it, it's going to maximize this so that it's full screen. But now you'll notice I lost all of those other tools that I had around my screen. I also can't see my stop video button. I can't see my mute button. I can't see any of those right now. But if I move my cursor, you'll notice that they all appeared at the very bottom here. So that's a little challenging because once it goes idle, it takes that away from you. You also have some different views up here. So if there were a whole bunch of students in here and we switched to gallery view, you would see all of the students, or at least a lot of the students. Sometimes there's multiple pages of those. And this helps me to see multiple people. Or if I really just want to focus on the teacher, whoever is speaking, I can switch up here at the top to where it says speaker view. And there's my teacher giving instruction. Down at the bottom is where I can see the participants. And I can see who else is in here. The chat, your teacher might ask you to access that for some reason. And then whenever I'm ready to leave the meeting, I'm going to go all the way down here. Now, if my teacher decides to share their screen, let's say, and the teacher is sharing, actually, let's share this one instead. Sorry, it takes a second. There we go. So let's say the teacher is sharing something that she wants to point out in the Google Classroom. So she's pointing to things and showing things. Now it looks like it's my classroom because I also have this, but this is her screen. I can't click on things. I can't select things. I can't do anything with it because all we're doing is we're viewing our teacher's screen. So if she asked me to go back into my classroom, I can't click on any of this. And I know that because I have that bar at the bottom once I start moving my mouse. I also have that green bar at the top of my screen that says, hey, you're viewing your teacher's screen. So if she asked me to go into my Google Classroom, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You could hit the escape button on your Chromebook, which is at the top left corner of your device. Or I'm going to actually go back and maximize. Another choice you might have noticed up here in the top right corner, it says exit full screen. So if I click on that, it also reduces the size of what my Zoom window looks like. So now that I've reduced it, I can go into my classroom and I can click on the different links. but you'll notice I lost my Zoom. So I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know where the teacher is. She can see me. She can hear me if I was unmuted, but I can't see her. If you notice at the bottom of your bar here, you'll notice there's the Zoom icon down there. And if I click on that, it'll bring me back into the meeting. So even though the teacher could see and hear me the whole time, well, they can't hear me right now because I'm muted. But if my sound was on, they could at least see me. To access that meeting again is in that bottom bar. Now, if your teacher did ask you to share your screen, this is the green button here. Again, it fades away whenever you go idle. But if you go back and share screen. Now, right now, the teacher doesn't want anybody to share their screen, so she has that disabled. If they do turn it back on, you'll have an option to select your screen to be able to show. But that's what they need you to do whenever it's time to share your screen, if they ever ask you to do that. And then whenever you're done and whenever you're told to go ahead and sign out of that meeting, you can click on Leave Meeting, and it will ask you to confirm that you actually want to leave that meeting. So if you accidentally bump it like I have before, you get one more chance to stop yourself before you get out of that meeting. So I hope this helps a little bit, because I know that Zoom can be a little confusing because it's different than some other platforms, but I hope this helps.